Blizzard, what is going on with this game? Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa. Right then, let's have a bit of a chat about Overwatch. Not about like I guess about Brigitte and Season 10 and whatever. But let's just talk about Overwatch as like a complete package and what is going on with this game right now. There's problems, and it's really weird that these problems are still actually here. But I think like on a fundamental level, that's where we're, or maybe where Blizzard are suffering with the problem. So what I find really strange to understand is they introduce a new hero into the game. Now, the new hero, we know who she is. She will remain nameless. She's very strong against certain other heroes. So she's really good against Winston. So this means Winston gets kind of screwed over when he goes against a Brigitte. Now, the thing I've got here, which is kind of weird, is Winston is a launch hero for Overwatch. Overwatch has been live now for almost 2 years, and if you played in the closed beta, you're getting on for nearly 3 years of Overwatch gameplay. So if you've played a hero from the start of the game, which suddenly now is unusable, and the only way to get around it is to play another hero, isn't that a bit of a problem? See, the idea with Overwatch is you're supposed to flex. Now, Blizzard have been trying to push this for a very long time. Remember, we had like dev updates. I've made loads of videos on this. Like, guys, you've got to flex. You can't just pick one hero and then just play it. But what has happened over the years of Overwatch? You pick one hero and you play it. I mean, when I look at my experiences from today, I wanted to play Brigitte and I wanted to play DPS. Now, what I was doing is, based on the maps that I went on, I would like decide to play a hero. So I was on Temple of Anubis Defense. I would like to play Widowmaker. So I think, okay, I will play Widowmaker. I select Widow. But then I noticed that we don't have a tank. And we only have one healer, and it's a Brigitte. And I'm like, this doesn't seem very good. The problem here is everybody else is doing exactly the thing that I've just done. Now, me being a little bit silly, or maybe buying into the whole idea of you've got to flex to play Overwatch, decides to play a tank. The problem is the other players don't pick another support. So I'm basically there, and I know I'm going to die, but I also know we need a tank, a main tank that is, a Reinhardt, it was Narissa that I played, or something with a barrier, which is going to be able to absorb damage to give our DPS a chance to play the game. This is a problem, right? Because Blizzard want you to flex, but the game is inherently designed so that you just play one hero, so that you just focus on one hero, or maybe a couple of heroes, or maybe you're like me and you just want to play certain heroes on certain maps. Like, I'll play a Junkrat on Nepal Sanctum, totally, because Junkrat's mega effective there, and I love playing Junkrat on that map. I'll play Junkrat on Dorado First Point Defense, because I love playing Junkrat there. The problem is, I can't tell the game this. So I go in, and then I'm just hoping that I get matched with people that will maybe flex. But then this started to make me think, right? That's wrong, because my attitude there is forcing other people that maybe want, like, let's just say, me and you go into a game, and you want to play Junkrat, but I pick Junkrat before you. And then you're like, oh, I really, really wanted to play Junkrat, but I guess we need a tank, so I'll play a tank. That there is terrible design, because what's going on there is you come in wanting to do something, and then you're getting told, no, I'm afraid you can't do that. You need to do this. That is bad. What that does is that sows the seed of toxicity in your brain. You go, all right, I'm already a little bit negative now. Well, it's not the seed of toxicity. It's the seed of negativity. You're like, okay, I'm a bit negative now, so this is not really going to help me when we lose the first team fight, because the Junkrat, like Stylosa Junkrat, has died straight away. So I'm like, well, if I was playing Junkrat, that wouldn't have happened, but I had to play Reinhardt. Oh, this is so bad. And then we lose the next team fight, and then you decide that you're just going to play Soldier instead of playing the tank. So now we've got no tank, and now we're just going to get rolled. That's a massive problem with this game. When will this be fixed? Because we're now in Season 10 for competitive. I honestly believe now, after speaking to tons of people about Overwatch and my experience of the game, you guys know I like to play competitive, and I play solo queue and competitive. But like, most people now are just coming back for updates, checking out new skins, which often are getting sort of teased by Blizzard anyway. So you could argue you don't even have to actually check the game out. They come back for the new Brawl, which I will say, Retribution is the best. I mean, that was the best event, hands down, the game has ever had. By far, like by absolute far, it was the best event. They come back for that, but then there's nothing to keep these players wanting to play Overwatch. And I honestly think the fundamental issue is you just can't play what you want to play. And this causes a massive negative knock-on effect, which affects everybody else who's trying to play. Now, the other thing I want to talk about in this video is the idea that Blizzard buff heroes knowing that certain things are going to happen. Now, you guys have seen a bit of Reaper footage in the background of this video, and it's not a coincidence. The reason why I've been playing a little bit of Reaper is, well, Reaper was buffed. So Reaper had a whole host of buffs that were given to him over the last couple of months, and this has culminated in a Reaper which is actually quite strong. So one of the things you can do with Reaper now is you can Wraith Walk, and then you can just come out of that and you instantly have full ammo. But you can cancel this when you like. So you can go in doing damage. We'll go into Wraith form, and then you can drop Wraith form, instantly reload, damage. It's a lot of damage, right? And this is very, very strong against a certain new hero. It's also very, very strong against a certain new hero's standard composition, which is tank heavy. So Reaper, I think, is going to be quite strong in the meta. I also think Mei as well. Mei's had some minor buffs as well. Well, I guess you could say minor. It's actually quite a massive buff. The fact that she can freeze people through people. So in massive team fights, she can just sort of do whatever the hell she likes and freeze everybody on the point, which is absolutely mega strong. So I think when we see Mei and Reaper come into the game, it'll make tank-heavy Brigitte comps not as strong as they currently seem right now. But the question is, are Blizzard doing this in advance? Are they saying, look, we know what Brigitte is going to be like. We know the type of comp she's going to build. So what we're going to do is buff these heroes, and then we just hope people play them. The thing is, it takes time for this to sort of work its way out into the community. And if Blizzard have been doing tons of internal testing and they've got a game plan, a meta plan for the development of the game, why didn't they just come out and say, guys, Brigitte is strong, but maybe try Reaper or Mei, or some sort of, advice like that from a Blizzard level, because then that might make people not go completely ridiculous. Now, I will say, I do think Brigitte is a bit strong. She does things to certain heroes in the game, which isn't great. I mean, like, we go back to the original point I made at the start of this video. If you've been playing a Winston since the start of Overwatch, the same applies as if you've been playing a Reinhardt. Now you're just getting absolutely destroyed. Now, Reinhardt's had it difficult for a couple of seasons. Winston, though, has not really had it difficult at all. This is the other element to this. Are Blizzard actually... Does this take a lot of balls to do what they've done and say, look, we're going to change the meta, and the way we're going to do this is with a new hero, which shuts down a load of other heroes and the standard way of playing Overwatch? I don't know, like, it's in one way, it's kind of like a bold move. In another way, it's like, okay, this is kind of drastic. And then we start looking at other issues that I've got with Overwatch specifically. Things like, we don't have a replay system. We don't have any kind of meaningful, detailed stats, really, like in the game or outside the game. Like, you don't really know what you're doing. Like, you generally have to use websites like Overbuff or Master Overwatch just to get any kind of idea as to what's going on, like your SR gain, your SR losses over a season. None of that is visible inside the game, which is crazy. What about an honor system, something where we can say, hey, this guy was good to play with, maybe put me with them again? Please, game, instead of just negative reports, how about a positive report system and then put those players together? How about map picks and map bans? We all have favorite maps when it comes to Overwatch, and I know Blizzard want to make us play all of the maps, because I know that their way of thinking is, look, if we spend a lot of time developing maps, then we want you guys to play these maps. We don't just want to make a map and then never see that map ever again, because everybody's always playing on King's Row. But it would be nice if we could avoid certain map types. I do not like playing 2CP at all. I like watching it on Overwatch League. I think it's interesting because you can see the level of coordinations that's required. But when this is on just the standard competitive ladder, it is so frustrating because people will not work together on that level. And you either get a team which will, and you'll steamroll the enemy, or you get a team that won't, and you'll get steamrolled because you're against one that will, or you get two teams that won't. And so it's just painfully frustrating. It's really annoying to play. So I would be like, I don't want to play 2CP. I'll play King of the Hill. I'll play Payload and Hybrid. I like those game modes. I think they work well. But 2CP? No. But that's a personal thing. But it would be nice if that was in the game. What about being able to hide your account history so it's not just publicly visible to everyone. Because maybe you know, you don't just want to keep playing Mercy or being a support main, because maybe you want to play something else, but you can't because everybody checks your profile and goes, well, we need a tank. This guy's a tank. He should play the tank. Well, that player is maybe trying to play, you know, support for this season. That's a problem. What about things like an in-game tournament system, a guild, or a more enhanced social and guild system? What about team queue? Like, I could just go on forever and ever and ever about this. I am starting to feel a bit worried about this game. Like, it's been 2 years, like I said, since the game's gone live. And as each season of competitive goes by, I'm feeling that the changes that they're making are not addressing the core problem. And they have to know the core problem with this game is you do not get to play what you want to play unless you're going to mute all of the voice comms, have a really fast computer, or you're really fast on the game's consoles, you log in to the game and immediately select your hero, and you don't care what people are doing. But the problem with that is that causes other people to have negative reactions, so you might be having the time of your life, but then those players then go on to repeat that behavior in other games, like other matches of Overwatch, and then it's just like one massive ball of like crap that's rolling around, and it's making me real sad. Like, even right now, like the biggest issue I think right now is tank players are getting screwed over with all the stuns in the game. Why do Blizzard keep adding stuns? Why have Blizzard gone down this route of taking away control of your character when I'm pretty sure in the past they have said they do not like doing that? Yet we look at May's buff, she can freeze through people. We look at Brigitte's entire hero design. We look at all these other things, and there's a lot of things there which are causing us to lose control of our character, and it makes the game frustrating to play. Now, I tweeted out in the day, and I said, look, you know, I've been forced, like I feel like this video, you know what, I'm thinking, should I even, no, this video is live. It's live, ladies and gentlemen. It's real. I love this game, and I like talking about this game, and I like playing this game, but it should not be making me not want to play the game. It's so frustrating. Like, so, basically, I tweeted out, and I'm like, look, once again, I've been forced to stop playing. You'd think when a game forces players to come off the bloody thing to maintain their sanity, something has gone wrong maybe. And the whole idea with that is, yeah, like I was having to flex today a lot to play a tank because I know we didn't have a tank. Now, you can't win a game of Overwatch without a tank. So this is the other thing I've got, and I've probably covered this in loads of other videos in the past, but I don't know, I just like to get it off my chest. Why is this game not matching a tank and a support player in every single game? But then again, you could argue, well, the support player might want to play DPS this time. I don't know. It's a complex issue, but I think right when we get down to it, the biggest problem with Overwatch right now is you don't get to play the hero you want to play. And that means you don't enjoy the game, which is a major problem because at the end of the day, this is a game. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Stylosa and this is Unit Lost. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below and be real, guys. Be very, very real. I've tried to be real in this video. I'm obviously mega passionate about this game and, you know, I don't want to see it damaged. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Toodaloo.